Okay, I'll share my screen. So come to the VS Code. Last time, how we did this similar thing, like we will open a folder first. So I'm just going to get uh, one of my local folder. I'll create a folder called git underscore demo, and I'll add it. So after adding this, we can see like folder is added, and if we go into our file browser also, we can see like git demo folder is added, and here we can do our local development. I'll just write one program. Okay, so so in this simple program, I'm just going to concatenate both these names. So when I save this one, immediately we can go into our folder and we can see this program is created. Okay, so in our left side, we can see one option of a source control. So we'll go there in a source control, and in source control, we can see two options. One is like initialize repository, then one is publish to GitHub. So I'm going to initialize a repository, and when I click on the initialize repository, we can see one folder is one pop-up comes here, and it asks like whether this is a folder which you want to initialize repository into. So we'll again see we here we have only one program, and when I initialize this repository, it will come into the source control. We can see all the sources, and we will discuss all these changes and how it works. And similarly, like I can see there are some the program is there, and there is one hidden folder created with the git, and these are some supporting files and folders are created for git. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to pull in some more changes into this. So these are some different like programs which I have created. And so we'll see like this is our local development. So till now we did not so we have IBMI, but we did not connect to IBMI yet. So these are our local changes what we have done. So if you notice on left side on source control panel, we can see there is one icon. Let me just use this a magnifier just to show how it looks, because there are some small options and comments. So here we can see it shows a four. So four are like these are the four changes which we are like currently we have done. So in front of these four changes, we can see multiple options. So if we hover the cursor over this one, the first one is open file, so we can see the source. Second is a discard changes. So if we have made any changes, we can discard it. Then we have the stage changes, and this is the last one, like this is the untracked changes, so we have not tracked it anywhere. So like this it will show. So and before that, when we create this when I initialize a repository, it created repository and it shows like here as a git demo. and in Git, and here it shows like master. So master is a one branch which it create as automatically, and we can see like if we have commit option, then refresh if there are changes and what are the changes we have done. Okay, so along with that we can see one publish to GitHub option is there. So for now, so for that I'll just show you. Just let me stop this. So for this GitHub, what we should have, like our initial requirement is that we should have one GitHub account. You can go and create a GitHub account for yourself, and you can sign up and you can create a GitHub, and we can see the repositories are here. So I have multiple repositories available, and in these multiple repositories I can see what are three different repositories, and I can see a private in front of this. So these are currently private, so it's not accessible globally. So if we are working on something and that you want to publish with everyone, we can do it as a public also. So see, if I open this one repository, we can see what are the contents of it. So similar to that, we can also see like different things like what we have done inside this project. Okay, so in this project also I have only one program, say which says like program 01, and this one sample program which I have promoted over here. So this is the uh, repository we have, and there is one final project one repository. So now what I'll be doing is like I'll be publishing this repository. So and then we'll see what happens. So when I click on the publish GitHub repository, so it asks again in the prompt, it asks first option, publish to GitHub private repository, and my GitHub account name slash the repository name, or the public one. So I'm choosing a private repository, and when we then do it, like immediately it will yeah, so it will promote this one, and we can say this is the like repository was created. Also, you can create repositories from here itself. You can create a new repository from the browser or your account also. So, but this repository currently does not have anything. So what we will do, we'll just push some changes. So for pushing, we have some options. So first is says like stay changes. So in front of that, I'm just going and I'll be staging these changes. So stage changes is like we like before promotion, we just stage this changes to our locally, and then I'm just say like yeah, I stage two changes. So these two changes I'm planning to promote it. So uh, once we stage, then we can promote it or we can push it or commit the changes. So we in source control we can see the option of commit, or we can see the option of like commit and push and commit. Okay, so we will just give one. We have to give one commit message for this commit. So I'll just put a message commit 062624, and I'll say commit and push. So when we do commit and push, like it is now asking the master branch has no remote branch, would you like to publish this branch? So this branch was not published, so I'm publishing that branch also. So along with the branching, it will publish my changes, and we can see now the changes were initially four, and now we can see only one, like only two are pending. And if I go to my GitHub account and refresh it, I should be able to see this changes what I have done, and these are our programs which are promoted to our GitHub account. So similar to this, uh, I'll just promote all the changes. And in case if you don't put any commit message, so another one commit message prompt will come. So these are your new changes and what you want to commit. So here we can again put some message number two, and just save this and close this. So once you close this, it will again push this all changes to the um, GitHub account. And if we reload it, we can see what are the changes we have done, what we the changes we promoted, and along with that we can see what are the commits under which commit we have um, committed our changes. And with this like repository, we can see how many commits were then. If you click on this, you can see or whenever these commits were done and all the details along with that. So um, one more thing is like I'll go to Source Explorer, and I have this program name. So what I have done is like I've done a simple calculation, and along with that I'll just declare one more variable. And I want to display both of this. And I'm saving this. So when we save again, if we can come to the say like our source control, and we can see we have we can see all the changes and all so we can see this, open the file, like then discard the changes, then stage the changes, or we see initially it was showing as untracked. So untracked means it was not there on a GitHub, and now it says like modified. So when I click on this, so what it does, like it again does the compare. um, we have seen this compare option previously also, where we use to select two sources and compare, and both sources will come side by side and we can see the changes. So similarly we can see this these are the new changes what I have done. And now again I can stage these changes, and then I can commit these changes. So once these changes are again committed, we can see all these changes will reflect to the um, file. And if I click on this commit, we can see what are the initial changes were there and what we have done the changes under this commit. So like this we can see, and yeah, so yeah, like this we can use this commit options and publish to our local repositories for our like source control. So this is one example of how we can uh, push our local repositories on to our GitHub. And along with that, so suppose like we have one project running, and for that project we have one repository already created, and that repository we want to work on. So what we can do for that, so for now I'm closing this repository, and I'm closing this folder also. So here we see two options. So one option is like open folder. This is what we did previously. I did open folder and I created a new folder called GitHub demo. Or otherwise, we can see a clone repository. So clone repository is like it will copy an existing repository and it will clone to your like directory. So I'm choosing to clone repository, and it will ask from clone from GitHub. Okay, so where we are going to clone from, and so I'm selecting um, clone from GitHub. Then we can see all of our repositories are there. I'm selecting the project one repository, and it is asking like where we should put this repository. So I'm selecting this folder as a repository, and it will start cloning the repository. So this, yeah. So when we clone this repository, we can see all these changes which we have. Say like this is our one of the project, and all the project changes we, it will come, like it will be copied or cloned to your local repository. And again, so similarly how we look for our like previous one example, like similar to this. So we can open any program, we can make changes to this program, and after the program we can like uh, modify it, and we can like promote it to the file. So yeah, for example, I'm just adding comments over here. So as soon as we do this changes, we can see these changes are like immediately reflected. We can compare it, and then we can commit the changes. So this commit message is anything we can put it. So for example, if you are working on some project, and if it requires say like some ticket number or anything, using that we can track it, and we can uh, uh, publish these changes. So now these changes are published, and I will show this change onto our repository. And yeah, so we can see this program was changed. When it was changed, it will show, and under what commit we have done. And if we open this one, we can see like what changes we have made, and it will show all the changes. Okay, so so like this we can use this changes and everything what we are doing it. And yes, so this is how we can use the source control from our VS Code. And there are few things which we like you can try on your own. So for example, in this project one, I can see this main. So main is kind of one branch. Okay, so like we can create multiple branches. So you can try for like create a new branch, or create a new branch from some other branch. So all these branches, branching, how we can use the branching, and how we can like pull out the changes, and how we can do the changes. So everything we can, like you can try it. What I have done, it's a simple way where I using GUI only I have done all this git steps. But if someone wants to try using the command line, so we can do it using command line also. So all the changes like git add, push, and all everything we can do it from the command line also.